I am from Indianapolis, Indiana. My family is not a horse family per se. I live down the street from a good friend who had a small farm that just did pony rides. So I got introduced to horses by sleigh rides, pony rides, messing around with them in the paddock, little cowboy and Indian games, things like that. I wanted to start riding more serious. I started taking lessons at a place named Grandview Stables in Indianapolis, Indiana. My first horse was a little buckskin pony named Three's Company. It had 3 white socks. She cost $700, I think, and was supposed to be a lesson pony, and ended up starting to take me to shows, ended up being a zone champion, and that was really the beginning. A first horse in chemistry with a first rider combination, especially when you're dealing with a rider that's maybe a little timid, is very, very important. So I've tried to not lose sight of that. And then my lessons turned into showing, and my showing turned into working very closely with Val Renahan, who ended up being my instructor from my very first horse show until my last junior year. And right before my last junior year, I was having to think of college. So I was starting to put in college applications to colleges that were near barns that I might want to study with after my junior years were finished. I started my last junior year off in Florida in 1987. I studied with Beacon Hill the rest of that year. I ended up winning the Maclay Finals in 1987 and ribboned in some of the other finals. And right after my junior years were complete and I was ready to take off for college, I got offered the job to stay and work for Beacon Hill. So my short-term plans were that I would stay and I would work for a while and that I would defer. And I just became immersed in the passion of the sport, the passion of loving the horse, and got very integrated with the industry, I guess. Learned that I love teaching kids. Beacon Hill moved from North Salem when I was a junior to renting property in Colts Neck, New Jersey. And then shortly after I got married, there was a purchase of a farm on the other side of Colts Neck, and I have just stayed there and continued on with the business and coaching kids, and feeling very fortunate with the fact that I get to travel, work with animals, and be exposed to a super lifestyle.